Is it on? Is it on now, guys? Okay, great. Sorry about that. Let me go grab my slippers because I'm barefoot and then my feet hurt. They're right over there. I'm gonna need it right away. Okay. Hi guys, how are you? Hi. Hi, 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 hi. How's everybody? Okay. Shall we give it a few minutes? You missed me. I was right here the whole time. Sorry. Oh, just a lot of weird stuff going on today. Like the top of my foot is really sensitive to the touch, almost like a neuropathy, and I've never had neuropathy before. And usually it's the bottom of your feet. So I don't know why the top of my foot is like so sensitive. I had a little bit of vertigo this morning, so I actually went into work really late, like a couple hours late. And I knew it was going to happen one day because I had a little bit over the weekend. Like I was standing at the table, and then all of a sudden I had to like hold on to the table because it felt like I was going to fall. So I was like, oh, it's going to be a matter of time before an episode of vertigo hits me. So there was that. Just been crazy. You think I need to go live every day? Hi, Leanne. The gout. I don't think it's gout. Gout is like a lot of cheese, and I think it's more neuropathy because it's like it's almost like almost like when you fall asleep and then it starts to you touch it and it feels weird. It's kind of like that kind of a thing, but on my feet. No, I wore flats that were open top. That's what's really weird. And it's only my left foot. It's not my right foot. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's the first time this is that I'm feeling that right now. But maybe I dropped something on my foot and I don't remember. I wouldn't put that past me, but I don't remember dropping anything recently on my foot. But it's okay. I'll survive. This too shall pass. Thank you. Leah's going to turn on the iron for me because I went downstairs to pick this fabric out, and I'm going to tell you why I have this fabric. Hey, Lexi. It does stink. Nobody wants to have anything wrong, right? But this is a cute little fabric. So I need your opinion on something. So for Mother's Day, for my sister-in-law, my brother's wife, I'm going to make her a cover for her daily planner. And she says this is the size of it. She said it was 8 by 10 with a ½ inch spine. This is a little bit, this is like almost like a 1 inch spine. But this is like an 8 by 10. Let me make sure. I grabbed this. Yeah, it's like 10. Okay, so this gives me an idea of the size that I want to make. Yes, Kim, I know there's medicine. I'm going to wait and see if it continues or if it's like a one-off because it's the first time. So it could be just that. I need a pedicure, so I'm gonna try and schedule that too. Anywho, so I asked her what color she wanted her cover. Hi, Carol, other Carol, and she said earth tones. So do you guys think this falls into? I think this kind of falls into earth tones. And then I thought maybe I could put on the spine a little lace that could either be brown or rustic red or even sage green, and it'll be like earthy, right? Because this is like it's really pretty. The color schemes I thought was really pretty, and I think that will make like a really nice. I mean, this isn't it, but I thought it would make like a really nice cover if I can like line it up. Very earthy, right? We can make it so earthy. I want to make it earthy and kind of neutral like that. I thought that would be really pretty for and this is like a canvas, so it's nice and thick. So I think it'll be nice. Now the question is, are the Amazon envelopes going to be big enough, or am I going to have to piecemeal two together to get this size? That remains to be seen. And Leah's turning on the iron because I have to iron this bitch up because it's got crease in it. See the creases? Yeah, I can't have the creases. That'll jack me up. So, yeah, earth tone, good. Okay, so we're gonna do that. You guys okay with me doing that? Coming up with a cover because I need to get it done for Sunday. Oh, don't you start. And I don't know if the M9 is gonna. I don't think this is gonna be big enough. Nope. I mean, because let me tell you what I wanted to do. My thought was, what if I made the cover and then be able to fold the flap in so that this will slide in like this and this one will slide in. Because I feel like with this kind of book, with the elastic, it may not hold as well. So I thought having like the flaps slide in like that would be better. Do you know what I mean? Almost like an old school. Thank you, Lexi. Right. But I also thought to myself, you're going to have to take two of these and put them together because one isn't going to be big enough to do that. So I'm okay. I'll be all right. Let me see if maybe two of the smaller ones. Let me see. Okay. The height is not bad. I just have to fold this in a little bit, which we normally do to thicken it up. Not that one. And then I could do this, right? And just tape this up. And then we have plenty of options for, and actually it might be better to do it this way and cut this part or whatever. I could even double it up like that. That'll work. I can actually cut that even further because I only need about, I'm thinking like a 3-inch flap is enough to hold this. You think it'll be too thick? Hey, Terry. Oh no, Lisa. Well, I hope it works out for you. I think this much. Can't be too much more. Otherwise, I think we'll be fighting to get the book in it. However, this is what I'm feeling. This much. So, yep, 3 inches right on the dot. And that was just eyeballing it. Yeah, I think 3 inches is good this way. So it'll definitely be interesting to see how this is going to work because number one, yeah, we made covers before. I still have Joyce here. Oh, by the way, I booked my trip to Florida. Yay! So this is Joy's book. Her planner is much smaller than my sister-in-law's. So and this is with an elastic because her planner is small. It's just one of those day planners, you know? Oh, I really wrapped it around a lot. So this is Joy's, and it's got the two elastics, which is fine. You know, this works out great. I'm just going to kind of wrap it around real quick. So that was hers. The trip is in 2 weeks. It's the week that I put down no live. Because I'm going to be in Florida. If we have time and I can go live for a little bit while I'm there, of course I will. Especially if we're just chilling in her pool or whatever. Show you guys, you know, if she wants to show you her house or whatever, or we're doing something super fun, I'll go live a little bit, but I'll give you guys a heads up because right now I don't know what we're doing. I could just tell you that we are going. So, yeah, it'll be exciting. Okay, so let's plan this out because our first stage of anything that we do is planning it out so we try not to screw it up too bad and have to do repair work. All right, so we definitely want to go 3 inches this way. So we know that. So I'm going to mark that first. Let me get my, okay. Just so I have an idea. of where I'm going to need to cut this. Going this way. We must plan it. Idea? What idea? Hi, Shetty. Who else did I miss? Okay, so that's that way. And then I mean, I could cheat and just do like a small. Do I have the real small ones? Hold on. I know there's another size. There's an M2. I'm debating, do I want to do this or do I want to do two? I think I'm going to do two and just do the seam on the spine because I feel like that's going to be more secure. I'm just going to do that. We're going to go with our first idea. Hi, Shetty. Are you having a bad day? So what I'm thinking, Lexi, is we're going to have to trim them and then we're going to marry them together and I'm going to use tape, book tape, because that'll make it secure, and probably some glue. And then the fabric will keep it, but I will overlap them a little bit. I just need to figure out how I want to do that. They won't feed into each other because they're exactly the same. So that will not work. I hear you, Shetty. I had a bit of a crazy day myself, so I completely understand. All right, so I'm just gonna like mark the inside real quick. Like this is where the base of her spine would be, essentially. Kind of, sort of. It could be a little bit more that way. And then, see, because this part's a little thin, so I'm thinking if I overlap the thin parts and glue them together, that would be good for the spine. But I don't think that's going to work out because it's all the way over here and the spine is going to be right there. And if I double up the spine, okay, I'm going to have to cut it this way. Oh, Calgon, take me away. That's a blast from the past. Yeah, I think this idea was my first initial idea. And I think that's the best because this is the thinner part of the bag. So when I double up, and I can actually even put a staple just for, well, not a staple because we're going to have to fold this over a little bit. Or cut it. I could trim this instead of folding it to make it thicker. Okay. I think it will work in the end. It's just getting to that point. So I think I'm going to trim this and I'm going to trim this. Let's start with that. Got to start somewhere. Okay. They're trimmed. So how am I going to connect the two? I'm going to use, the first thing I'm going to use is I have labels that are craft labels. I'm going to use some of that. Also going to put some glue, but I'm going to use some craft labels because then we could glue on top of it really nicely. And then I'm going to put a piece of bookbinding tape, or I might just use that because that tape is actually really good. I'm thinking it through. Okay, so if we fold this, I am going to have to trim it down here because that'll be too thick. I just want to see my surface area, what I'm working with here. Okay, yeah, that's good because that gives us like a 1/4 of an inch on either side, and that's going to make it nice and thick. Even though it's soft, it'll make it nice and thick. So we're going to have to cut a little bit over here for the because otherwise it'll double it up, and we don't want to double it up. And then this one can lean over and kind of secure it, so that'll work that way. Okay. And then once I figure that out, we got to figure this is going to be cut on this side, and we'll just close it up. So if this goes like this, yeah, we're going to have to cut 3 inches actually off the edge. All right, 3 inches off of this edge, and then probably it'll be 3 inches off of this edge too. Yeah, I think that'll work. I hate cutting this nice finished edge, but it's too thick to do the marrying part. If you get my drift with the marrying thing. Okay, I think that'll work. Why not cut at the spine? Yeah, well, because this is too thick then for the spine when you double them up. It'll be way too thick. This is because this doesn't have the sponge. It doesn't have the sponge on these ends. So for me to marry these two up is perfect because it won't be as thick. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think that'll work. So that's why I wasn't cutting it here, because I'm getting away with, I don't have too much play. This one has a little bit more play. See, this is nice and flat all the way up to like here. They're becoming chintzy on the, what do you call it? The spongy part? Whatever the inside, the spongy part. It's not like it used to be. It's more sporadic now. I don't know if you've noticed that. And her book has only got a 1 inch spine. So doing it's a 1/2 inch spine. So doing 1 inch is perfectly fine. Okay, so that works. I think we need to kind of just put the 2 pieces together first, and then we'll go from there. Yeah. The padding, exactly. And we'll see. This could be, again, another epic fail. We don't know. We just don't know how it's going to go. We just don't know how it's going to go. Okay. Okay. Stop it, Leanne. Stop it right now. It would be fun and it would be beautiful, but I don't sew. I'm not dealing with the sewing machine. Not happening. You know better than to say that to me. Shame on you. All right, we're just going to put a small piece to start with. I do love it when you guys all do your sewing on the papers. It looks so nice. Those creators that sew the pages and all that, I love it. Like when Marianne made those pages with the sewing lines. Oh, love that. Let's just do this for now. That'll hold them in place. Adam will teach me. I don't think I have the patience for sewing. Truly. Mm-mm. And I make everything crooked. So, well, not everything, but you know what I mean. Let's see if we got the right. I think that'll work. Oh no, Adam, I am not making one of you. I could stitch, Shetty. I can't sew by machine very well. I could do a couple of stitches because I'm like mechanically inclined, so I could figure out a basic stitch and all that and make sure something is not going to fall apart, kind of a situation. This is definitely giving me vibes back in school. I think that's going to be too thick. As a cover. Well, we're going to cut this, remember, but I don't want it to be too bulky. Oh, Adam, I'm not taking that dare. No, no. This is just to see if it's going to work. It's not going to be an end pocket. It's going to be, we're going to cut it a little bit, and then this is going to feed into it. It's not so much, well, I guess it could still be a pocket, but it's to hold the flap. But I also don't want to make it so big and cumbersome, you know what I mean? Hi, Alice. Bonsoir. ¿Cómo se va? Hmm. I'm pretty committed to doing it because now I have it in my head. But I might have to make those sides a little wider. Maybe I won't fold them. I'm just going to cut these in half. because I think this way it's way too big. You see how you have like almost like an inch on that side and almost like an inch on this side. But then for me to glue the edges like this, it would be good to have this piece to not shorten it, because that's exactly what's going to happen. Yeah, I think we're going to have to leave it. I think logistically, it won't fit in the flap. Yes, I understand your concern. But you see how this one is thinner than this one? What's up with that? Oh, because this is an M8. Oh, let me see if I have another M8, which is the green one. The green one I don't think is as thick. I think that's the situation we're dealing with there. This one definitely doesn't feel as... I don't have any more of the green ones. Darn it. Oh. Oh, an M9. I don't have two of them, though. That's why it looks different or feels different. This M8, see, this is pretty good. It's, hi, Stacy. It's pretty thin. It's thinner than the M9. Do you guys see what I'm talking about? See how thick that is compared to that one? I don't think it's from the folding. I think it's the stuffing. You see it, right? I could still make it work. Oh, hell, I say we go... Oh, the other thing is the fabric big enough? Holy cow, I didn't even check that. I think it is. Okay, we're good with the fabric. I say we just do it. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, maybe it's me. Maybe there isn't a difference. There is a difference. Who am I kidding? You could see it. Okay, the only other thing I could think of is opening one up. What if I opened it, like filleted open, the heavier one? Let's try it. I got plenty of these. Maybe I can fillet this one open and this one lay it on top. Then I don't have to do a seam. Do you know what I mean? Okay, we're going to try it. I got nothing to lose. It's just an envelope. If I don't like it, move on to the next thing, right? Aha! Okay, I think this will work. I'm going to put a piece of, oh, and the cool thing is, do it that way, then I don't have to worry about this bleeding through. I don't think it would, but now I don't have to worry about it. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Just had to sit and think about it for a minute. Now let's see. Okay, so see how much room there is? There is some room. But instead of folding it, well, folding it still might be a good idea to thicken up the edges. But then to glue them is going to be, Oh, you know what we could do? Well, I could literally also take pieces of chipboard and just do the front and back cover to make it a little sturdier. Just on the outside, you know what I mean? Like not where the flap is, just here. Would that be a good idea to do? It's a fish dinner since I filleted it. Because I'm just worried about it not being sturdy enough. It'll be something like that. And this will tuck in. I think it'll work. And then, because then when I glue, I'll have plenty of space. So I think I'm going to leave this. Do you think I should double these up? Like fillet the 8 and put the 8 on top and make it 2? Or do you think that's going to be too much? Because I'm looking to make it a little more... I don't know. She sent me a picture of her planner. I'll show it to you guys. It looks something like that. I only got a picture of it. See? So it looks like it's just a hard cover. That's all it is. It's like a... Just want to make it, give her something prettier. Okay. All right, what we're going to do is I'm going to reinforce the spine. Because that's what's going to get a lot of action. So we'll reinforce the spine. Look at that. We've already altered the plan like 3 times. Maybe 4. This is called bookbinding tape. It reminds me of gauze. See it? It reminds me of gauze, but you can't rip it. Like, you can't rip it. Now, where's that ruler? All right, we don't need these anymore. 6.5. I think I'm just going to cut 3 inches and we'll see how that goes. 3 inches there. Well, we need to make sure that I'm going to cut them the exact same by folding this in half. Cut them the same. Yes, it's like a nylon web for sure. Okay, so now for this, because we don't want all that stuff to start coming out, I'm going to use my labels. This is craft paper labels. And these are useful for this kind of thing, to hide some of the lettering when you need to, especially if you're using a fabric on these envelopes that are a fabric that is like really thin and see-through-ish. Okay. I need to remember that we have to fold this, so I'm going to mark this. What? What? You want to go out? So now we have where our book is and where we need to fold. Hey, Desiree, I'm making a cover for my sister-in-law for her planner. Okay. I'm just thinking, do I want to do the fabric and then fold it over, or fold it over first and then do the fabric? Um, Let me think about the order of things, because I wanted to use paper on the inside. I would like the fabric to fold over here and tuck in a little bit, which would be great. But then it'll thicken up the corners too by doing it that way, which means I would literally have to do this first. Pick, but I still got to tuck that in. I got to think this through. Yeah, we're going to have to do the top, the bottom, then this, and then close the flap. So this seals it. Yeah, that's how it has to get done. Yes, Leanne, I'm doing, this is a different one. I'm doing a book cover. I filleted open an Amazon bag. My sister-in-law has a planner that's about this big. So I'm making a cover for her planner, and I'm working blind because I didn't see the planner. I don't understand your question, Leanne. I think we missed a couple of words. Um, I'm worried about this being thin. You can't take it. I'm worried about this being too thin, but I think once we fold this over, it won't be too bad. Maybe. The good thing is we have a lot of fabric, so I could tuck it all the way in. See, so basically what I'm looking at is gluing it like this, hypothetically, gluing it like that, right? Then putting our paper here, and then bringing this over like that. That's kind of essentially what I'm looking. Let me turn. Oh, I need my glue gun. Leah, I need my glue gun. Okay, I think that plan works good, because I think that's going to look nice. I do have to decide on the ribbon as soon as we glue the top, because I need to tuck in the ends of the ribbon here if we're going to put ribbon on the spine. So I think this makes sense. I think it will work. Right? You guys understanding my concept of how this is going to work? How I think it's going to work? Because sometimes what I think and what I do, not exactly the same. But um I think we're on a on track for it to work. I'm gonna put a label on that too, because there we go. I mean, I could take some of that, of this, these labels, and thicken this up a little bit. I just feel like it's a little thin for some reason. Maybe I'll do that, because it is super thin, you know. Because okay, so if you guys that, well, I could use this, because I don't know, on the other side we have to glue it. See, because my issue is gluing onto here. It does accept the glue, but um think the craft paper will make it a little sturdier, more so than this will. And I could be completely off base. Let me yell up the stairs because Leah borrowed my glue gun, so I don't have it here, and I want to have it on just in case I need it. P.S. Before I glue the flaps down this way, remind me, I got to figure, oh no, I don't have to have an enclosure. Should I put an enclosure? Because what I could do is I could tuck an elastic in here so the elastic comes out, and then do some kind of pin enclosure here so that she can actually close it. Right now she has the elastic on the inside, which then she won't be able to use anymore. So I think that'll work. I think that will work. All right, let me yell up the stairs. Hold on. Leah, well, you're gonna iron the fabric for me? Did you turn the iron on? Okay, I'm gonna go iron this and grab um the hot glue gun just so it's on in case I need it. And then we're gonna reinforce this and we're gonna start gluing. And then we have to pick a ribbon for the spine because that's got to be, so it's gonna be fabric. Keep track. Fabric, okay, ribbon, okay, the base on the inside, and then we work on tucking the flaps. No, fabric, ribbon. We got to do the enclosure, and then the flaps down is the last thing. Flaps down is the last thing. So fabric, ribbon. Let me write this down because I will forget. And if you guys think I missed a step, let me know. So it's going to be the cover fabric. Then it's going to be spine ribbon. Then it's going to be the enclosure part. And then it's going to be the interior cover. And then flaps are last. Okay. What about what paper? I'm not putting any, there's no signatures on this. This is just the cover. Okay. I need like 2 minutes to run upstairs, iron this, and grab the glue gun. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. I got the enclosure. It's in there. Cover fabric, spine ribbon, enclosure, interior cover, and then the flaps. I think we got a plan. I need to have a plan, otherwise it's chaos. Be right back. Oh, I got a story to tell you guys. What I decided to try yesterday. So remember I told you the Larry and the girls got me a hi um and a branding iron with my logo, which is really cool. So I decided to use it for the first time yesterday. Damn thing had flames coming out of it. It worked good. The little tags came out really cute, but there was flames coming out of it. I'm like, oh, for the love of Jesus. And I had to like turn it off right away, you know? I'm just deciding which side is going to be the front and which side is going to be the back. I think that's going to be the front. I know, holy shit is right. Like, and the funny thing is, remember that long box I bought? I thrifted this weekend? It's perfect. I was like, oh my gosh, look how cute. Remember this long one that I thrifted? Check it out. It fits in there. But there were flames coming out of here. I was like, oh, hell no. So I messaged the manufacturer to see what I could do. How perfect was that, though, right? Okay. I feel like maybe this side is better. For the front. Well, we could always flip it. It's not the end of the world. Okay. What? He's laying down and whining. I don't have to cut that part. Hey, now. Well, I'm going to say I cut that shit pretty straight, and I can't cut straight to save my life. So I don't know what the heck's going on over here. Yes, there will be paper on the inside cover. Correct. Oh, I cut it too short. I'm going to have to cut more. Didn't realize that I didn't fold the flap over, so I'm going to have to cut this even more when a little bit more. Not too much more. All right, I think I'm ready to glue. Oh, I was going to reinforce this. Almost forgot. In the meantime, just going to put two little lines so I know where corners are. Okay. Because I am going to use this to just reinforce a little bit down here. I'd rather do a little reinforcing now and not have to, well, that one's gonna, actually that's gonna double up. I don't need to do it there. I need to do it just here. On second thought, yeah. Just a little bit. I know you probably don't think this does much, but in my mind, it does something. And I feel a little bit more secure about it overall. He's laying on his side and he's sitting there meowing. He wants attention. He wants to be petted. I just don't have the time for that. Because maybe we can add some metal corners. Maybe. Okay. I feel a little bit better. He does want belly rubs. 100%. That is exactly why he's whining. What? What? Okay. I think that's as straight as we're going to get it to be. Let's start with this side. And again, I'm not going to do here. I guess we could do a little bit here and there. You don't have to do too much. It's canvas, you know? What? You want to go out now? All right. Go ahead. All right, see you later. I gotta learn how to speak cat. I don't know how to speak cat. I don't want any globs. I am making a modified, kind of like a book cover for a day planner for my sister-in-law for Mother's Day. And what I did was, I opened up an Amazon envelope mailer because if I used it as it was a little too thick, I felt, especially with the canvas fabric being thick. So we're modifying it a little bit and we'll see how this goes. Once again, it's either going to come out really, really good or not. Okay. That part's done. Now is this part. But we're going to cut the corners. Because we don't want the corners to be bulked up. So that when we do this, we don't want that too bulky. Because then that's going to fold in that way. Yes. Well, first is this. We still got to do this part first, and then is we pick the ribbon to put on the spine, so that'll come over here next, and then we're gonna do the enclosure because we have to do the enclosure so that. Now, do you think I should also put an elastic? I'm just thinking out loud because if I do hypothetically two elastics, right? Then she has the option to put like something else in here instead of that one book with the flap. It could be used two different ways. So I think I might do that. I was just thinking out loud just now, like take advantage while we're doing this. Once we do this part and we do this and the enclosure, just do an elastic just to have it, not necessarily to hold the book, but then she could use it for something else, right? A different type of book maybe. So it'll be like really functional. I think that'll work. Oh, the other thing is I might want to debulk this. Well, I might want to cut a little bit here to debulk the pocket. That makes sense? I don't want the pocket to have too much bulk in it. Will it be too bulky? Nah, not too much. I think we could get away with it. I could just cut that on an angle like that, just debulk it a little. I'm just going to make a line as to where the fabric goes so I know where I want to put the glue. I try to put the glue as far away from the edge. That just gives me an idea. Hey Patty, we are making a modified book cover for my sister-in-law's daily planner. I'm just debulking a little bit of the fabric so the pockets don't get so thick. And since I've never done one of these, this is a first. And I'm sure, like I always say, it's going to be a learning experience for everybody. We're going to learn a lot of what to do and what not to do. And that's quite all right. Okay. Okay. How come my corners never come out right? They never miter right. That drives me nuts. You know what I mean? Like I always have to do a tuck or something in there. This has to be cut a little bit more. Hey, Kat, how are you? This one looks like it's going to be okay. But yeah, those damn corners just never sit right. I'm going to add a little bit of glue and just like glue this closed. Because this is like a fabric tack. Yeah, the corners drive me nuts. All right, let's see how it's looking. Okay, looks good. I like this side too for the front. But we could decide later on. But I like this flower here because now that we're going to look for our ribbon, all right, I'm going to look for burgundy would look really pretty. If I have the right shade and the right width. Hey, Dorothy. Let me look at brown. I'm feeling for some. I think I'm feeling brown. Where's my brown? I do tuck the corner in, and it's too bulky. I still feel like it's too bulky. It's been an hour since what, Dorothy? Are you having trouble with your internet, Dorothy? We may have to go to the beige. I don't think I have anything wide enough. Oh, how you doing? This is pretty, but I think it gets lost in it. What do you think? Do you think it's too demure? Yeah, we're doing earth tones, so I'm not gonna do pink. That one's not bad. That's earth tones. Hi, babe. Okay, honey, we'll be right here. You finished dinner, honey? I just saw you joined us. All right, I'm gonna grab green just to see if there's a nicer green. Larry is still in Long Island. He's in the island, man. No. Okay. The last thing I could possibly do is like a beige if I don't go with this dark one. I thought I had like a sage green, but I ran out of that pretty sage green one. Ran out of it. Okay, let's see. Walk like an angel. See, I had this in sage green and I completely ran out. That looks good. This one's too thin. Okay, guys, I think that's the options. I think it's going to be either the brown or the beige. Because I had this in green. I no longer have it in green. And I don't remember where I got it. What do you guys think? The brown, it kind of does a little bit more for it, right, than the beige does. I was thinking the brown does it just pops a little bit more. stands out a little bit more. And then we could put some flowers here. Maybe I could glue. See where they have a flower in brown? I could actually do like maybe a mauve flower to make a tie-in, and some leaves or something. I think that'll look cute. Okay, we're gonna do that. Let's just get rid of this first. Built this city on rock and roll. How was dinner? Did you go by yourself, babe, or did your colleague go with you? That was this one. It blended in a little bit too much. Oh, they blew you off. You're eating. We had burgers for dinner too. Bella, it was just a salad and a burger. I'm sorry your friends blew you off. Okay, now we need to decide. I don't know what the hell that is, but now I'm gonna have to make this the back. But it must have been something on. It's not the glue because that was on there. It's just the fabric. So now we're gonna make this the cover. Oh, with your internet, it just keeps happening and you don't know why. That's annoying. Where's the fake book? I'm gonna use this fake book. Just to see if this will work. Of the positioning, we might have to, move it over a little. That's gonna be a lot. See that? Shoot. Well, it is what it is. You can't, because we need that much space to tuck it in. She'll have to deal with it. I think it's actually positioned pretty good. That's the back and that's the front. I think position wise, it looks pretty good. But I'm not too thrilled about how much we have, like a full inch, because even though we needed the space over here to put the flap in, but there's nothing I could do about it. It is what it is, and she will deal with it. Right? Right. Okay. So, I'm gonna do in here a little bit. Okay. Then flip. Oh my, look at that. The color bled. Interesting. Okay. Let's let that settle. And we're going to pick the color for the inside. Work call. All right, babe, we're here. Okay. The enclosure. We did not talk about the enclosure yet. We'll figure that out later. Okay, so let's talk about the enclosure real quick. Those corners are going to be the death of me. Okay. Let me think about what we could use here. Thank you, Linda. Yeah, I had a little bit of vertigo earlier this morning, but I'm feeling okay. I think it's just the whole allergy and my head being so um I guess congested, because even like when I was putting on makeup this morning and I touched this side of my face, it hurt a little bit. So I think it's just like a sinus thing going on. But I'm okay. If I'm here, I'm good. Okay, so I need to come up with a decent enclosure for here. I know I grabbed a few things the other day, but thank you. What about a bee would be cute, right? A little bee. Do I have any bees? Oh, you know what? We had a lot of stuff here. The other day we opened this one and there was a lot in here. Where are the butterflies? That's pretty. How cute is that? Can't use that one for this, but that's really cute. We have a few options because like that's a cute little flower. Yes, I was thinking about doing definitely the elastic loop over. But you can't do it has to be like this way. It can't be this way because it'll crush it. Already the puzzle? That would have been pretty, but I don't have a way to. It was, but it's broken. Enjoy your dinner, cat. Thank you for popping on. That's cute. Ties the brown in. I like this, but I don't have a way of installing it. The puzzle. Yeah, that darn puzzle. That one's kind of pretty too. All right, I think we have enough options there. Oh, what's this one? Look at that butterfly. Ooh. We have a lot of options. Okay, first things first. I feel like these colors match better than the gold. This is a vintage butterfly. How cute is that? Not that one. Okay. You guys like the butterfly? Or which leaf? This leaf? 1, 2, 3, or 4? I'll do each one individually so you don't get distracted. Okay, so that's 4. That's 3. That's 2. And that's 1. I like it too. It's really like thick. You see how thick that is? I'm worried that it's going to stick out too much. You think it'll stick out too much? This one is a little flatter. I do like it, but I'm really worried about. Do you guys see how thick this thing is? See that? I think we should go with the leaf. Okay. Yeah, they're both pretty. I really do like that butterfly 100%. The color scheme was perfect, but it was really thick, and I think it's going to get caught. If I cut the pin off, then I can't use it like I normally do. And it's not just the pin. It's not just a pin. There was like a metal thing making it 3D. Do you see the pin? The pin is just this part here. It's this whole thing. I would have to cut all that off. And I think that would ruin the integrity. This will have to be used for something else. I'll have to figure it out because it is super cute. Leaf says fall, flowers don't. Well, she wanted earth tones. And beggars can't be choosers. This is a gift, in my opinion. Okay, so we need to do a I didn't look at the other jewelry box. Let me think. What color? I don't have brown jewelry box. Let me see something. Oh, what about a B? I mentioned the B, but I never looked. But I think I only have pins. I don't have pins. They're all, no, these are all charms. Hold on, I gotta look in one more spot. Because I still have like my garden box over here that you guys can't see. Maybe there's something in that. Where are you? Christmas garden. No, nothing in that color scheme. I mean, we could just do a handle. Put like a little handle on it and then have the ribbon come through the handle. We could do that. What do you guys think about that instead? No, I don't like that one. A handle would be cute. Either one of these will look really cute. I'm thinking this one. It's a little bit bigger, and then I could fit something through here. Maybe we could find like a flower that matches this that'll fit through here. You know what I'm saying? To kind of keep it closed better. Tough crowd today. Wow. That's okay. I love it. You guys keep me on my toes. Okay. Handle it is. Yeah, those won't work. Those won't work. Let me see. What else do I have here? I'm just looking at my hardware. Give me a minute. Other hardware. I think that works. I think this works. It'd be really cute. And then on the back, like I said, we could put like a ribbon with whatever we put dangling at the bottom of the ribbon that can just go through here just once or twice. Did I see your question? I did not. Oh, to hold a pen? I don't know. I don't know. Where would I put a spot to hold a pen? Okay, so we're going to do the handle. Let's see. So that's how you would put the book in. I mean, I could probably put a hand like here, right? I don't know if there's room there. Maybe up here. I don't think so. She'll have to tuck a pen in. She could tuck it in this way or something, like kind of just tuck it in or something. But this is basically how it's going to look. It's looking cute. I think it's going to be cute once we finish it up and doll it up and do our thing. No, I didn't forget to cover the inside yet. We haven't gotten to that part. We have to still secure the handle, and then we have to we're gonna do the oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Eyelets. No, we still have a few things to do. That's okay. We still have a few things to do. We still have to do the enclosure, finish that up, and then the interior cover, and then the flaps are last. And we're going to do, once we do the inside cover, we're going to do eyelets. 2 eyelets for elastic on the inside. Let's pick our paper. I have one in mind. This was the color. Yeah, I think that's the color that I like. But let's see. Or I could go just I have earth tones. Obviously, we have the gold, which always matches. I don't think I have 2 of those, though. That gold is too flashy. That's kind of cute, too. To change it up a little bit. All right. It could be this one. This one. Or this one. The writing, the rust, or the gold. Gold, gold, writing, rust, gold. That's 3 golds. 3, 1, 1, 4, 1, 1. Does have the most impact. Lori's like, Switzerland over here. That's a good question. I do like the gold. going to have to use two pieces too, because I don't know. That's tight. I think it's mostly gold, right? That you guys are saying. I think this one's not as, even though it's shiny, it's not as drastic as this one. The writing is pretty. Um, but I think this these two are a little bit more forgiving. I think I'm gonna go with the more demure. And since there's most of you picked that one anyway. And it sucks that we have to do it in two parts. I was hoping to get away with just one. But I don't think we have enough overlap. I mean, maybe. I'm going to trim this up a lot, I think, to debulk that more. Well, once we glue everything in, it should be okay. Let's see. Yeah, well, I think because it's a little less 2 3/4. Okay, let's make it 2 1/2. 2 1/2, 2 1/2. Why is this one folding over more than this one? That's strange when it's the same distance. Almost 2 3/4. Oh, because that's a 3 inch. That's a little bit less than three. That's why. Okay, so this could slide over a little bit this way. It will once you see it. Like right now, you can't really see it because it's tucked away. I'm just looking at this part here. I think I could get away with just one sheet. Because I'm not sure like where the heck I would um, make the seam. All right, so what we're going to do here, because this is going to hide perfect. I'm just going to cut a little bit. I literally only have to cut like 1/4 of an inch, I think. Okay. So we have to put our handle is going to go through here. And then we have to put our ribbon, which is going to come out. All right, where do we want our ribbon? Because our handle's going to go here. I think it should come from here so that it doesn't pull on the seam. Did you, Deb? What did you think? I was there on Saturday. What time were you there? I didn't know you were going to go. I would have met you. Oh my God, what if we were there at the same time? Are you kidding me right now? What time did you go, Deb? Because we were there for a couple hours. You went late? Ah, okay. Did you find anything? Ah, you should have messaged me. I bet you I was there while you were there for a few minutes. Well, you would have seen me and Leah. Maybe next time. Oh, excellent. Oh, over in the furniture section? What if I put like a little wooden thing behind this to make it look like it's a door? Like I have like these little, where's those little wooden pieces? Is that too much? We definitely will meet up there. Like I thought that would be cute, but now I'm not so sure. By the way, this is the it was a practice run. But anyhow, I thought that would look cute. It's too big, right? It's too much. I feel like it needs something, but I think that's a little bit too much. I have ovals, maybe an oval. Oh, but there's a hole in it. It needs to be smaller. Mm. I feel like it needs something though to make it pop. I don't have a flower shaped one. Let me see what else I have. Nope, nothing here. I do have filigree. Ah, this looks promising. Ooh, I like that. That looks nice. Thanks for the reminder. I love that you guys know what I have. I think that's the one. That's exactly what it needed. Thanks, Shetty. That's gonna look cute now. Now we're getting somewhere. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. I am just gonna see where I need to punch my little holes. It's right there and right there. Okay. I love that you guys remember all the stuff I have because you know I always forget. And I always tell you, remember I have this because I'm gonna forget about it. Right? My gosh, that's terrible that I forget the things I have. Make sure. Perfect. Just had to punch the little hole there. I think that's a good spot. Don't want it too far to the edge. Don't want it. Oh, this punch. Well, the filigree, yes, it's no problem punching through filigree. I've been doing it for a long time. It'll punch through like soft metals like that without an issue. So that allows you to use those filigrees in many different ways. You know what I mean? Make sure they're the same color. Yes. Just put it in there loosely. Perfect. So we got that part done. Now we need to do this part. On the back here. Let me think about what we're going to use on the back there. We could still use, we could do an eyelet with a filigree piece so that it reinforces it. I'll use a smaller piece. I'll go grab those again. Maybe. It should work though. Hold on, I'm thinking about. And the ribbon needs to be a dark brown to match that. Oh, wrong box. I think that matches pretty good, and it's got that little finished edge. So I think that'll work pretty good. Because the idea is, it comes from the back. Let's just pretend it's there. So you could either put whatever we put through here will have to fit through here. And you could do that and just leave it like this. Or you could go through it twice. You could, I could do this where you kind of go like that. And you pull it through. There's a couple different ways, right? I'm thinking nothing too long that'll fit through there and just kind of like tuck. That's kind of like what I'm thinking. So it doesn't have to be this long. Right, that's enough to work with. Probably. I could probably look for a small butterfly that will dangle, that will fit through there. Yeah, we could figure that. We'll figure out at the end what we're gonna put there, because it has to be small enough to fit through the handle. So it might be a butterfly, it might be a flower, it might be, I don't know, whatever we find, and it could be a couple of beads even. But with that said, I need to figure out how we're going to do, because we could always trim this afterwards. All right, so it's going to go. I'm just eyeing it up. Let me get those filigree. Oh, I have those other filigrees. Hold on. I always forget because I don't have access to everything. I have to organize all this stuff that I have here. Ugh. See, I have these little ones. question is, do I want to put through here like that? So it slides. And I could use a brad through the center of that. I think that'll work. And I have these. There. I have that is a brad. That should work pretty good. So the question is, do I want to put the ribbon in between like that or underneath it? I'm thinking in between. Or no, underneath it looks nice too. Look underneath. Or on top. What do you guys think? Under. I also have a white pearl, but I do think that this one matches really well. The white doesn't do anything. I have a pink. You couldn't tell the difference? All right, I'm going to lay it. That's what it looks like underneath. With this would be over the top of it. All right, most of you say under, so we'll just go with it. It's really not that important. It's just me being me. Okay. I'm actually going to double it up a little. There it goes. Okay, we got it. All right, enclosure's done. Next. After the enclosure comes our interior cover. In the meantime, I am going to glue this so that it starts to dry. First, I'm going to glue this down. And we need to put some tape on here as well. I'm going to use this tape for that. Okay, I think I'm going to use a little bit of hot glue on the two corners, just so that hopefully that'll work to hold the corner. Whoa. Okay. My goodness. Okay. Now we could glue. Okay. 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 Now, next question. Do you think I should put a piece of chipboard here for the spine to keep the spine firm? I was toying with this just to kind of give a little something on the, do you know what I mean? Should I put something on there or leave it so it has more play? A little bit here, right? For stability, and then we put our paper over it. I was debating doing that. Yeah? I'll make it a little bit shorter than that. Is this one? Oh, it's the same size. Okay. Well, if I make it a little bit longer, then when I put the elastic, I could put the elastic on here and that'll really support it so it doesn't bend. I think that's a good idea. And in retrospect, I should have done this underneath all of this because then it would have been tucked in there. I could probably still, no, I'm not going to try. Well, this is more than an inch though. I think I'm going to have to cut it smaller than that. Yeah. She said her book was half an inch, so I need to trim this down. First, I'm going to cut this down just a little bit. This is going to be hard to do because it's going to be a mishmash. I'm going to have to cut it backwards because I'm going to have to hold it. I don't see how the hell I'm going to cut this. So let's see. All right, we're just gonna hope this works. Ah! See that? Master of invention. There was no way I was going to be able to hold that. if I tried cutting that manually with a blade, it would be all cockeyed. It would not be straight. Absolutely not. All right, I think this is where it's going to go. Let's just try. Oh, I may have to cut it a little bit more. Bloody hell, I should have cut it a little bit less. I mean, it's really not that bad. Hi, Rosie. Because then what'll happen is, then this isn't going to work. Maybe I'll just do the one small piece in the middle. But this might be too... It needs to be a little bit bigger than this, but smaller than this. I'm going to try it again. We'll go halfway. Hi, Rosie. Did I say hi, Rosie, already? Okay. I'm a little distracted right now. Let's try this again. Oh, I still have to cut the length on it, though. A little bit. I think if I just go ahead and do it, she should be fine. I like the idea about it. I just don't know if it's gonna. Hi, EO. I'm at that point where it's like, do I or don't I? Because if you're off by just a little bit, it will screw it up. See that? It's making a difference. I don't know if I want to do it. From here to here is 8. From here to here is 8. I think I cut it close because she said the book is 8 by 10. Could crease it a little bit less, right? Because, I mean, I'm not married to this. I could crease it a little bit less on both sides. Not much, just a little bit. Just to give it a little bit more room. Then I think the problem is going to be the gold paper. We are going to have to because now the gold paper probably won't reach. All right, we need to think about this. Well, then we'll have to use 2 pieces. Well, 3 pieces like we normally do. I was trying to avoid doing that. But I can't avoid doing that. So, I'm not worried about that anymore. And I think in order to use the spine, I have to give it another 1/2 inch. Does that make sense? If do you guys understand what I'm trying to say? If her book is 8, the cover can't be exactly 8. It needs a little play. Otherwise, you're never going to get that book in here. And that's going to be the issue. So, I think this is going to be the new crease. And then this will be the new crease. Let's see how that works. And then, based on that, let's do 8.5 this way. Eight and a half this way. Okay, let's do the test. I have not done my May tag yet. If we get done with this, that works. I think that's going to work. Okay. Yep. So, 10. I'm going to cut that down a little bit. Not too much, but a little bit. Let's see. Let me trim this to make sure they're the same. And then this will be held in place with the 2 eyelets when we put the 2 eyelets on here. So that's good. All right, I think we're good. We're ready to glue. You know me and my reinforcing, right? Okay, that's not going anywhere. My master board I did. But I haven't done my Maytag. This I'm just going to cut in half and call it a day. Make sure it's 12. Yes. We could get super fancy and put a piece of ribbon here if we wanted to for giggles. Are we done? I think we're almost done. And then we just have to do the eyelets. And that's it. And that's going to have to be a pretty thick eyelet, I'm thinking. Well, I might do on either side of this now. Because if I do one, then the elastic is going to be seen on the outside. And I don't want the elastic seen on the outside. It's got to loop this way and this way. So I think I'm going to put on either side of the spine the eyelets. We don't need them. It's just an extra feature. Okay, so all right, let's do it. This took a little longer than I anticipated. I thought it was going to be a little bit easier, but we really had a lot of thinking to do. And a lot of adjusting on the fly. like icing cookies. Oh, so I told you guys I booked my flight for Florida. So it's going to be the week right of Memorial Day, the week right before Memorial Day weekend. So we're going to go down and spend 5 days there with John and Joy. Should be lots of fun. See what kind of trouble we get into. It should be fun. I've only been to Florida once. So, and I know she's going to drag my butt to go thrift because she found some thrift stores there. I see extra luggage coming back. We're going to go to Fort Myers. Video time. Now, do you guys think I should glue or should I hot glue? I'm thinking hot glue, right? The two ends. Because I feel like the glue is going to be, the glue might get soaked up by the fabric, not the hot glue. Yes, below Tampa. She's not near Tampa. She's near what do they call it? Oh my god. There's a I'm drawing a blank. It's a very popular area of Florida and now I'm drawing a blank of what it's called. Nope, not Venice. That's not it. Try again. It wasn't Venice. It was Cape Coral. Cape Coral. I'm not familiar with all of the yeah, Cape Coral, Yvonne, right. All right, I think I'm going to use the hot glue only because I'm just worried about it popping out. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll use regular glue and we'll just clamp it. Okay. We are getting there. I do have brown. Well, yeah, I don't want to put elastic out there. I think I'm going to do the two corners and the two corners because I think the piece of chipboard that we put in here will keep it nice and straight and stable. I think that'll work. We're doing it. Yes, Larry is going with me, much to his chagrin. Larry does not like to fly, you guys, remember? I'm going to do the small hole. Yes, there was a lot of eyeball stuff too. Oh, you bastard. One's high and one's low. Son of a gun. That's going to tick me off. And shame on me for not using... Well, she's going to have to deal with it. I screwed that one up. Shame on me. Thinking I had it, and obviously I did not. Well, I could use the bigger. Can I salvage that? Let's see if I could salvage it by using the bigger hole. Who's the bigger hole? Maybe. We're going to try. At this point, what do I got to lose? That's why you always start with the smaller hole. Ava, we're working on something for my sister-in-law. It's a cover for her daily planner. Ava, did you get my message? Your book is ready to ship. Your invoice is up on my website. We salvaged it. A1. Good. You knew I could fix it. Terry, that's a lot of faith. But this is a perfect example of why you start with the smaller holes. Because you could always go bigger. You can't go smaller. So at least it looks a little bit better. See, at least they're next to each other now. Okay. Next. Elastic. is just a little something something if she wants to use it in another way. Okay. Okay, now we decorate. This wasn't even holding it together. Okay, that's good. So this is not her book. This is similar to her book. And so the theory is that you're going to do this. Then basically you just do that. And there's the cover. Pretty good. It's going to stand up a little bit. It won't lay flat because of that. But that's okay. And then this will go in here once we put something on the end. We could just tuck it right through there. Maybe a butterfly. We'll go look. Okay, I want to put a couple of flowers here to kind of... First, I want to look at my fabric flowers. See if we have anything that might matchy. No, I don't think so. Okay, so the next step is going to be to look in my pink flowers. See if there's anything there that might look nice. I wouldn't have enough of these anyway, so let's stop looking at those. Before I go into the actual mulberry flowers, the paper flowers. It's always hard to find the exact color, you know? It's never the right shade. Maybe. I mean, that looks pretty good. I could also cut each flower. I think that looks pretty good. You think it's too much? Should I do like just the flower? That looks pretty good. But my original plan was to put a flower. You see where the flowers are here? One here, one here, one here. Kind of spread them out a little bit. Hold on. I got some new ones. Well, these are kind of flat. those might work. What's this? Oh, this is pretty. This is beautiful. But, but now I feel like I'm going to waste the brown one. What's up, Slim Shady? I feel like it's going to take away from the brown one, though. Unless I did it this way. Oh, God. Wrong crowd, Larry. Okay, that does look pretty. I'm not worried about the back. And then it introduces a little green and a little beige and a little pink without overpowering and without losing the pink, all of the pink. I think I like this way. And then I'll put a little pearl. Yeah, I like it this way. Let me show you guys. Now I would have to trim it here and trim it here so that it won't be as busy. It'll end like it won't go from end to end. It'll be like from here to here. But the side will look really pretty. I think I like this idea. I need to see what I'm doing. Okay. I'm going to do this because I like it. It won't look busy because we're not putting the whole thing on the front, Terry. I think you're the one who said it was going to look a little busy, but it won't because we're using the other end. See, it's not busy at all. I don't think it's busy. I love this. Okay, so that takes care of that. Now, I was thinking about putting a couple of little pearls. I'm still thinking about it. She is my sister in law. Let's see. One, two, three, four. I think the pearl will pop more. I have these kind of beigey. I think that looks good. Just a little something. was something. We're going to glue those on. No worries, Lisa. All right, now I'm going to glue these on real quick with start over here. You know what? I could probably just slide them up. So I'm not fighting it. Put all the glue down first and then just plop them in place. Okay. Okay. You guys are awfully quiet today. Okay. I think we're good. All right, so now we just need to figure out what to put down here, and it's done. Yay! I could put corners on it because it wouldn't interfere with the book sliding in. I'm going to grab a couple of the dark to match this and see how that looks, just to see how it looks. But I'm happy with it because it's not overly done, but really pretty. The spine looks beautiful. Demure. I know, don't hate me. I said demure. Don't come for me. What was I getting? Before the corners, I was going to do something. Lost my train of thought. What was I going to do, guys? I said I was going to get the corners too, but... Oh, geez. For this. Okay, so we thought maybe... yes, something on the end of the ribbon. All right, let's put the butterflies first. Oh, shit, the butterflies are all the way on the bottom. That's a real cute one. This one seems to fit. That'll fit, but it's like that's really big. These things are annoying. Hold on. Yeah, it's got to be that dark color, I think. I also have this blackish one. No. Okay. I think that's too big. I don't think it's too big. I do have a smaller one. The little one or the big one? I'm thinking the big one because it's a big book. Right? The big one? I think for the size of the book, you need this big one kind of dangling down here. Yeah, I think so too. Ooh, look at that one. That's too big. Come on. Damn it. Nothing's cooperating today. Even if you put it through there. I need to get a cup of water. Just need a minute. I just had a little feeling of nausea come over me. And that's probably because I'm dehydrated. I didn't drink a lot today since I wasn't feeling 100%. And now I'm going to pay for it even more. Yes, the butterfly fits through the handle. Now I have the little ones. Well, that's fine. All right, so we're just going to okay. Now we just need the jump ring. Where's that little tool? This, these suck. Get in there. Okay. Not that one. I was trying to do one of those, the ones that spin around, but needless to say, doesn't work out for me very much. So we'll do this one. looks good. I think it's done. Finally. Which of these objects is played by strumming? I can't even see the damn object. I'm assuming it's like a guitar somewhere. Oh my god, hold on guys. I gotta find these things. What in the world? These puzzles are insane. I can't. Is that one? Okay. Is that one? I couldn't even see what the hell I was looking for. Yes, I mentioned corners. Thank you, Charlene. You must be a silent watcher. Thank you. I did forget about that. I think these will work fine. I think those look good. Unless these have to be open. These are too closed. No, I like the rounded edges more. Okay. Okie dokie. Almost done. I was like, where the hell did I get glue? Because I had it on this one. I felt it going on my arm. I'm like, where the heck did I just rub my arm on glue? Dummy. But we do the bottom one first, so I'm not putting glue all over my arm. Thank you, Lou. We like? She's not too flashy, so I think this is going to be good for her. I like it. Let's take my book out of here. There it is. So this was one Amazon filleted. Thank you. I think it's pretty too. I think she's going to like it. It's better than what she has, right? Weird day. Feels like it's been a long day, you know? Even though I know it hasn't been. But thank you for indulging me. I mean, again, this is something that we've never done before. I definitely like this concept of reinforcing with a piece of, it makes the book a little bit sturdier. Which is great. Let me see. Did I have anything? I don't have anything to show you guys. I think we're caught up on everything. Lady Owl is here. Is my friend here? I didn't see her join. Did she join us? I must have missed her. Oh, she did say hi? I didn't see her. Sorry, Susanna. I missed it. My bad. She probably popped on and popped off real quick. Say who. Oh my God, Adam. Too funny. Anywho, okay, so let's talk about the rest of the schedule. So, oh, this is still sore. I feel like somebody punched me in the face up here when you touch it. Like it's just sore. Like, oh, must be just my sinuses must be filling up. But so Friday we have a live at 7:30. Sunday is Mother's Day. I don't know if I'll be live. I put myself down for it because I think I will. Um, and I don't think we'll be late because we're doing lunch, which means that I'll be home, for dinner. So I'll see you guys on Friday and Saturday of this week. And then next week, I think it's again Wednesday and Friday, and then Sunday. And then we leave. We leave on that Monday for Florida. We're leaving on the 19th. And then we'll be gone that week. So Friday we're gonna do my May tag and Mother's Day tag. We'll do both tags and whatever else we feel like doing. Maybe start another. Maybe we'll do a goth handbag. A couple of people asked about a gothic themed handbag journal. Maybe we'll see where the night takes us on Friday. I feel like there's something like pending that we didn't discuss or I wanted to say to you guys, but it's not coming to me. I think I just need to like call it a night and change into my jammies and go to bed. I think that's what I need to do. There's too much going on. My the top of my foot hurts. This hurts. Feeling a little nauseous. It's like it's time to just call it a day and go curl up and just call it. I'm not even going to have ice cream because I don't want to aggravate anything. Shetty is asking for everyone to see her Discord post. What did you post on Discord? I haven't been on Discord. Skull, spider, hand. Oh, I see what you're doing. I like the hand and I like the spider. I don't know which one I like best. I like both. Look at me. I can't stop yawning. All right, let's say our prayers. We'll call it a night. Thank you so much for helping me make the decisions on this. I think it worked out really well. I think she's going to like it. Um, and of course, my mother's going to be jealous. And my mother wouldn't use one of these, but she's going to be jealous of it. I'm sure of it. It is what it is. One present down for Mother's Day. I got two more to go because her mother's going to be there too. So okay, so let's just focus and say our prayers. Lord Jesus, we thank you for another day together and for our health, and we ask you that you lay your um, healing hands over Lori so she recovers from the procedure that she had today, and all of our friends who are still recovering from any procedure or mental or emotional stress that they're currently under. We ask that you keep us safe and allow us to come together again on Friday so that we can enjoy more time together and create more beautiful things and then praise your glory at the end of the evening. And we ask you all this through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. Good night, Yvonne. All right. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. I'll be good. I'll be good. It's just one of those icky days. Okay. Those of you that bought the journals, don't forget, they're already packed and ready to go. Um, and I will see you guys on Friday. Have a great Thursday. And I will try to catch up on Discord as well when I get a minute. All right. All right. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Kiss, kiss. Big hug from me to you. And I will see you Friday night at 7:30.